So every one of the lower bolts on the up pipes have fought us. So we've been having to heat absolutely every one of them. You're now watching the 2025 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So, gorgeous morning, a little chilly. It was like 25 overnight. It's supposed to get in the 40s today. Tomorrow is supposed to be in the mid to high 40s. As you see, we got Yanko squirming around there. So, we got to bring back Jimmy's dozer. There's always somebody, oh, you just borrow equipment. No, I pay for that. Yeah. If we borrow anything, other than the Bobcat, appreciate Eklund's with the Bobcat mini excavator lease demo. Yeah, awesome dealership, appreciate them. But Robert skid steer, we haven't really used it because we don't have forks or a bucket. Robert, bring us forks and bucket. Maybe we'll use it for something. But dozer, rented that from Jimmy. And as you see, the head is sitting in the yard. We aired up all the tires. Yesterday we ran around. We got beans that are 17% because of the moisture in the air. We did have a hole starting right there where it pushed through. Previously somebody had welded it over, so we did a much better job. Put a whole plate on the bottom. Yes, cut that out, put another one. But to get through what we're doing, that will be pretty good. Yeah, so yesterday went to doctors, no real answers. Just a ton of blood work again, and I'll keep you guys updated. But combine's ready to go, head's ready to go. We might combine some high moisture corn. We got somebody locally that's looking for more because they're not going to be able to wrap their bag up. But we'll get the Kenworth going, go drop the dozer, and I got both Zach and Steve. I should introduce them to you guys, but yeah. Okay, we dropped off the bulldozer this morning. We are doing some cleaning. I still got to introduce Zach and Steve. We'll see if they want to actually be on camera. Not everybody wants to be on camera, but yeah, we got the combine running over there. As you see in here, it stresses me out, but I just keep going. The dirty shop. Steve said we got to clean in here if we're gonna do stuff. So upper control arms got to go into the truck. We got issues with the bushings. We got down pipes and up pipe, down pipe and up pipes to do, but got a lot of this all cleaned up. This back wall, we got to really organize it, but everything is where it's supposed to be. 74 Mac, the 10-wheeler Mac, 8820, 7520. We got all sorts of other tools, 4640, the White International. Here's the wiper blades for it. Chisel plow parts, planter parts. We moved all of the Kloss parts down that way, so big gains on it. But Zach is out here cleaning up the pile I scraped yesterday. Steve's just gonna come over with the excavator and clean it all up, and then we can keep working on projects. We got to do my pickup. We got some work on the grain buggy just to wrap up, but overall things have come together great. It's a lot. It's been an okay morning so far. I did put the control arm ball joints on the wrong side. Steve got them all in. Let's see. Steve's over here working on the up pipes. We got 2 up pipes to go in. They're fighting us drastically, but our bushings were shot on the upper control arms. And as you see, our downpipe was absolutely shot. So got a new one for it. It cracked off. This stuff's thicker, better. Surprised it made it that long. And then we got Zach working on the generator, and we'll explain that at some point. Or I think Corey might have already explained what we needed to do on that. But we're gonna keep heating things. So new up pipes, new down pipe. Control arms are in. It needs an alignment now. And it will be good for another 1,000,000 miles. So every one of the lower bolts on the up pipes have fought us. So we've been having to heat absolutely every one of them to get them out. And I'm sure I got everything on the passenger side up pipe off on the top. Everything except for a little bit on the right side, it started fighting me. And of course the torches is fighting us. But yeah. We got Zach doing this. Corey is out doing generator things in the Midwest, and he asked that we get this opened up for him so that he can get in and do the control on it, which this will allow him access into everything. And we're not going to have the louvers on anyways. Probably take the whole cage off, leave the fuel tank underneath. But yeah, you want to introduce yourself? People ask who you are.
What do you say?
You have your earplugs in. See, smarter than me. You want to introduce yourself? People ask who you are.
I'm Zach. I'm a college kid down at SUNY Cobleskill.
Freshman?
Yeah.
Learning?
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Trying to.
You're from northern New York?
Yep. Way upstate.
Way up.
About an hour from Canada.
So, been a good help. Been a real good help. Okay, we are going to have another good day, hopefully. So, beefers are all fed. How you doing, Petunia? Yeah. We are going to do, hopefully wrap up the gates here. That way I can get the welder back in the shop. This can all be done except for concrete work. And we'll be in a good spot. So we got 1, 2, 3 posts to do and some welding. And then, yeah, nothing too crazy today. Then maybe we'll cut beans this afternoon. We're going to see how the weather goes. Okay, we are putting the last panel in that we have. We do have this spare panel. I know it's loud. We're in here grinding, welding, doing all sorts of things. But this is kind of a guessing game. I had an idea in my head, and some things didn't work out 100%, but worked out pretty good. So I'm walking back here. But we got all our panels done in pen 1, pen 2, and we will be 80% done with pen 3. But we have this extra panel that has a water trough slot in it. Originally I was like, yeah, we'll put a water in there, and then we got some ideas as far as waters, like the old North Coast single feed waters. Well, they're not old, but no freeze waters if you loop them, stuff like that. But I was thinking we were going to put a water like in between a pen, and that didn't work out. It didn't work out in our layout at all. And I don't want to put it in the last one down there, because if we put a water here, it's going to be sticking out. So we ended up cutting this panel. That was a new panel. That one wouldn't have worked. So cutting this panel so that it's going to go right to this post in the barn, so that it's going to be very straight. I was going to go past, put one there, but we just need to get a panel that goes from there to there. We'll see when we're done exactly what we got left. But we can just hit up Olin and say, hey, we need one more panel, and then everything is done in here. Harley's been painting. She's away right now with work. And oh, that's not welded. Neither is that one. I was just gonna say we got everything welded. That's on me. The other night we've got done, and I said I'll weld it up, because it's welded on this side but not on the other side. Good call. So we'll move the welder down here before we get out of here, but my goal is to get the welder out, and I figured I'd give you an update. Steve and his stepson are out in the garage working on the Duramax. So this is keeping everything moving. It's the new world to me. But we've got a lot done, and it makes it more interesting that I don't want to just stand there and film other people working, but you put a camera up and it takes some time. So doing my best to get you guys the content we need, but yeah. Okay, I left the GoPro actually in the barn. We've done a bunch of shop work today. Having 3 people today made a big difference. But me and Zach, we got everything welded except for this panel. So originally I was thinking we were going to use this panel that we had purchased previously as a water in between. It didn't line up. It's not really what I want to use. So we need to get a panel that actually goes in between there. But we cut down this panel and we used a post that was originally in the barn for the rafters, the beam there. So that's all welded across. The whole back's welded across. Like, these are starting to look like something. But I came into the barn and Biscuit was sitting here eating. Swiss was holding up the little lanyard there. And, well, Queso's in with Cherry now. I let her come back in because they are actually friends. So she's eating some grain, hanging out. She's kind of the outcast of the herd. And we're doing our best to get her up to speed. She's smaller than everybody else, but she hangs out with the minis. So today on the hillside, it was her and the minis by themselves just laying together. And everybody else was out doing their thing. So she is younger. And I think she'll work out. It takes some time, but as you see. How are you guys doing? We got a good herd of animals. We do have to scrape in here before any more moisture. We worked on the pickup. We got a whole bunch of things done today. I got too many projects, but this coming together makes a big difference. I'm really excited for it. I think when Harley gets home, she'll be pretty excited. We got to do the concrete through the floor, and then we'll be done. We'll figure out waters as we go, fans, and everything else. But, yeah, game changer. Right, Swiss? Did you try to come in here? Where's your little sister? So, if you don't know, Queso is Swiss's little sister. That's how that worked out. You don't want to talk about it? But, alrighty. Appreciate you guys watching along. A lot of things to come together. Beans are still wet. I'm nervous. Weather's bad. Everything's bad. But we'll make it happen. We always do. So, see you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Okay, I figured I'd give you guys a teaser of a closer. Yeah, we got that truck here. Yeah, we got that here. Another truck's in the field. Combine's not here. So, that can only mean one thing. We've been combining beans. You guys will see that tomorrow. I think we're going to combine some beans on the footage. But Zach got this all opened up so that we can get in. And as you see, it is a 240, 280 setup. 722. Is that right? 722 amps? That seems... maybe. But Corey's gonna energize this setup. We just got to throw a few things on and we'll see. But it's a very clean 3406. It's an A model, so factory rating, I don't even know what it is, 300, something like that. I think Corey looked it up. But yeah, so that's done. I appreciate both Zach and Steve. We'll introduce Steve at some point. We got the dryer getting set up so that we can dry some corn. We're going to ship some high moisture corn now, which I'm very excited about. Keep cash flow going. But I'm actually going to go deliver that truck that's been in here. And the other truck's loaded and stuff like that. So you guys will have to stay tuned. We did do some. And we also got a 1/2 inch rain overnight. A steady, consistent 1/2 inch, which isn't good for anything. But see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.